Hello, welcome back to my collection channel. My hoseok collection has grown a bit since the last flip through that I did, and since it's the season for binder flip throughs, I hope you have a fun time with me today. Starting off with my best friends, the hip hop monsters. I love BT21, but I think that these are so charming and so cute, and I love collecting things with them on them. I love them. I would die for them. This School Love Affair card was from a very kind hobby collector who was downsizing her collection. I've noticed some people will cover up the signature on the back, so I have done that as well. Obviously finishing the Korean album PCs is not my biggest priority right now. I don't personally find album PCs to be the most interesting thing to me to collect, so they're just kind of lower on my priority list. I also have no idea how to arrange these sections. I have all these random POBs and I just don't know what to do with them. I think I also keep bouncing back and forth between what specifically I want to collect. With Butter, do I want to collect every single card? Generally, I try not to be a completionist in that I just want to collect the cards that I want to collect, that I like the most. But sometimes I get the itch to be more of a completionist, and I'm not really sure why that is. I guess it is a natural draw of being into collecting in general. Who knows? Also, you did see that correctly. I do have 2 of the same M2U proof lucky draws because I'm a clown. So I think this is one of the sections that I had the most fun arranging. I really liked making fillers for the transparent cards and for the stickers and stuff. I don't love that these photo cards can only be arranged correctly by being stuffed into a 9-pocket page with no sleeves sticking out of the page, but it's fine. I'll live with it. I was originally gonna try to complete all of Jack in the Box, but when Hope Edition and the documentaries came out, I felt maybe that wouldn't actually be possible for me anymore. While I like the cards, I don't know if I necessarily need all of them, but then also I kind of want them, you know? This philosophy is obviously something that I've been struggling with essentially the entire time I've been collecting. So these are obviously not broadcast cards, but I wasn't really sure where else to put them. Also, the broadcast cards that are smaller than the normal size broadcast cards kind of make me insane, because I just am not really sure how to arrange them. I want everything to be in chronological order, or at least grouped with things that go together, but they don't. So hopefully once I finish collecting the broadcast cards that I want to collect, I'll be able to figure out what to do with them. This section is in such a bizarre place right now because I collected all of my highest priority items, and now everything else is just sitting here with these purple fillers, and I'm scared that I will never finish. Oh, this OT7 poster is one of my all-time favorite pictures of them. I think it is so cute. I think Season's Greetings 2019 is adorable, and I am dying to get more stuff from it. Overall, I'm not super happy with how this section is laid out either. Probably just because it's I'm not sure what things from Season's Greetings and Memories I even want to get. So it's kind of hard to plan out layouts in advance, I think, for that reason. Also, let's just agree to pretend I am not struggling to flip these pages back to the beginning, because I really thought I'm strong enough to just flip this entire binder back all in one go. We don't need to do that. So the beginning of the tour binder is also kind of like, where do these things go? What do I do with these? Because things keep coming out and I have no idea where to put them. I also didn't expect to collect any BTS Begins cards at all, but I saw these for a good price. And now I really want that one card of the SpongeBob Bear Brick punching Hoseok in the face. I think it was so funny. I've been on the hunt for the last Wings the Final cards and like the soap unit cards for so long. And every time I think about it, I remember that I'll have to rearrange this entire section, and that cuts me to my core. Actually, one of the first things that I got when I started collecting was an entire set of the Japan Love Yourself mini tour PCs, and it got lost in the mail. So if you found this video somehow because you got a mysterious set of J-Hope Love Yourself Japan photo cards in the mail one day, I really hope that you treasure them. Also, I wish I could remember who the first person to lay these Mott's 1 tickets out like this was, because I saw it in someone else's binder tour who was inspired by another collector, but I've watched so many videos that now I can't remember who either of them were. So if it was you, please chime up in the comments, because you're actually a genius. I love this layout so much, thank you. As I mentioned, my partner is a Jin bias, and we went with some friends to the Vegas concerts, so I kept Jin and Hoseok here together. When I went to Lollapalooza last year with my friend, we brought disposable cameras and took some pictures there, so that's what these are. I also went to the Yet to Come live play at Busan Port. I was actually already living in Korea at the time, but interpark ticketing for foreigners for the concert was like unbelievably rough. I'm actually really happy that I ended up going to the live play, because then I was able to go with a couple of my friends, and we got to spend the weekend together and do like lucky draws and hang out. I actually ended up trading a Jimin lucky draw to a girl in line at Magnate the day after the concert. I actually think the 17520 cards and photo set are so funny. Like, why is Hoseok in a brochure for a collegiate chemical engineering program? I don't know, but I would love to know more. This Fukuoka venue PC is like my white whale. I can never find it for sale just by itself. I don't think a lot of people collect these either, so I rarely see them in group orders. It's devastating. I want it so bad. Someone please sell it to me. I think with both Magic Shop and Suzu, I'm not sure at all what I'm doing. I think especially for Magic Shop, like, because the cards are so frequently faked, I don't know if it's something that I want to put my energy into trying to authenticate. But they are really cute, and that does sway me a great deal. I subscribed to the merch box membership kit solely to get the Jack in the Box keyboard, because actually my hobby before I collected BTS PCs was building mechanical keyboards from scratch. So the fact that there was a Jack in the Box keyboard, even though it's not mechanical, it's still very cool. I was so happy that these two things that I love were being combined like that. I don't have a lot of Japanese cards because I'm not ready to start collecting them yet in earnest, so I just kind of shoved all of them in here. I also love the hallyu cards. Actually, when I got the Hoseok hallyu card, it was still attached to the actual page from the magazine, which felt very bad when I had to cut it up to put in my binder, because it felt like I was destroying a piece of history. Like, if it's already cut up, I didn't do that, you know? So welcome to another section that I have no idea what I'm doing with. Are all of these magazines? No. I don't know how to categorize them. And this is really the problem with not collecting everything, is just like, what do I do with some of these? I like them, but where do they go? I don't really have much to say about any of these because I feel like they're somewhat self-explanatory. But I have talked so much that now this entire section of the video feels like a little too silent. So how are you guys doing? How is, well, I guess depending on when this goes up, how is or was the end of your year? I hope it was good. If you've gotten this far and you are still listening or watching, thank you very much for joining me. Rewatching this, I feel like my lone butterfly dream photo looks even sadder and lonelier just in this page all by itself. My partner and I went to the In the Soop house stay thing last year. And so we both did the little like Delulu photo booth, and I was so excited for it, except when we were taking the photos, the sun was setting, and so there's this huge like weird square of light on both of our heads when we were doing it, and it ruins the delusion, which is kind of sad. I also did the photo booth at the Proof exhibit in Seoul, and I had to buy the photo ticket via a proxy because I was so scared to buy the collector's edition and then have to figure out how to get it back with me to the United States. And from what I've heard, it sounds like if I accidentally dropped it on my foot, it would break all of my toes. So it's probably for the best that I didn't get it there. So it'll come up in a few pages, but my BTS World cards are actually in this binder instead of in my album binder. And honestly, since they announced that the game was shutting down as of recording tomorrow, BTS World has consumed my entire life. I had been playing it on and off for ages, but when they announced that they were shutting it down, I started grinding every single day, desperate to finish something, anything, and I finally beat Hobi and Yoongi's Another Story storylines, like right at the buzzer. I can't believe it. Anyway, still devastated that they're taking this game away from me. That is my emotional support mobile game. Don't take it away, especially not now. It's all I have. The Save Me webtoon card is also one of my favorite things that I have. I love the webtoon. I think the drawings are so charming. And I would love to have the OT7 card someday, but I feel like for now that might be a little bit of a pipe dream. Also, I don't know if you've noticed a pattern at this point, but I do tend to want to collect cards or posters or whatever if I personally think they're very funny, like the Hoseok Smart BTS mini poster. Like, why are they like this? So if you're like me and you like knowing how people got this kind of like esoteric merch, for the Cookie Run Kingdom photo, at the live play, there was a booth where you would get a photo taken by staff and then have to post it publicly, and then they would print out a photo for you and give you this weird photo frame thing. So lastly, I'm obviously obsessed with the photofolio. I actually was a fan of Chogi-seok's photography before, so the fact that he worked with Hoseok on this was like very crazy and amazing to me. I just feel like both of them have such strong artistic visions. I would really, really like to see them collaborate again in the future. Please make it happen. Who do I have to write a letter to? So this did end up being a lot chattier than I intended originally. But thank you so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. I can't wait to see more people's binder flip-throughs in the next few days and in the upcoming year. So happy collecting for 2024, and hopefully I will be back soon. Bye!
Bye.